What's up, guys? So I have to make this video because I'm very displeased with the way Sony handled the 30th anniversary. I'm gonna say it again. I know I've been nagging you guys with this whole topic the whole time. I'm really happy for the people that got it, but what they should have done, because they're really stupid, is what they really should have done is they should have made the 30th anniversary the prime model of the console for the whole 3-year generation. Because at the end of the day, if you really think about it, everybody would have bought into it and they would have been extremely happy, and they would have given Sony a lot of credit, a lot of brownie points. You know, they would have been kudos to Sony for that decision. So all I have to say is this: when it comes down to it, they should have given us the 30th anniversary as the original standard for the console as a thank you, because they're already making a huge amount of money, and then it would have been worth it. People, I bet you, if they made the 30th anniversary PS5 Pro with the price it was, more and more people would have bought into it, because they would have said, wow, we're getting that nostalgia. Yeah, we got to pay $400 more, $300 more, but we're getting everything that we've been asking for, instead of being told that they're sold out and we can't get it anymore. Oh, but we'll have the 30th anniversary slim. Get that shit out of here. Get that trash out of here. Basically, you're giving us a next gen, mid-gen refresh console, and you want us to try to like buy it, and there's only 12,300. There's so many people in this world. Have you lost your mind? When Sony first came out, there wasn't 12,300 people playing. There was millions of people. They really enjoyed the PlayStation. So why are you going to only offer 12,300 consoles to the people? So yeah, I am every day, I'm just getting heated about this whole thing, and really annoyed. Hey, make sure you guys tune in for the Silent Hill 2 remake. I'm going to be pre-ordering that, so once I pre-order that, we'll be able to play. I think it's like early access 2 days before, 48 hours I think. So 2 days early access. I want to get into that. My wife wants to get into that. We want to see if we could actually beat the game or get far into the game. I've never played the Silent Hill 2 ever. So let's get back to the whole topic of Sony. Now, Sony, with their wrong state of mind, they could have made so much money off of us, and it would have been for a good purpose, because yeah, I would spend the extra $300 knowing that I'm a devoted Sony fan. I would have spent the extra money to have myself my own PS5 Pro limited edition 30th anniversary. Okay? And then what they should have done is maybe they should have had a million consoles. Once a million is sold, that's it. Then it goes into standard. But no, 12,300? Are you serious? When the PS4 Pro translucent blue console was available, there was only 500, and I was able to get one. I was at work when I made that phone call. When I ordered, I was at work, okay? Because I was looking into that. But, you know, this time around, there was just too much traffic on the servers. They broken apart. You got YouTubers that are giving misinformation, so I wasn't happy about their stupid mouths, because they ended up ruining the whole experience. And at the end of the day, sometimes you can't even trust that person that is so, you think is so reliable and that is so well known, and just because that person has so many subscribers, they don't know everything. They don't have no access to no Sony direct marketing, the way they handle things. Don't listen to that crap. If they're still sitting in their game room and they're showing off that PC with all them lights and colors and all that stuff, they're still way below the level of standing with financial Sony executives. Okay, don't listen to that crap. And these are the kind of people that they only have a following because everybody likes their quirky silliness. I don't have time for that stuff. You know, I drive around in Jaguars. I work hard. I make decent living. I have a beautiful wife that is gorgeous, that is hot, that is sexy, that is everything. And I know I said the words that are very, very you know, a little bit more than PG-13, but hey, you know, when it comes down to getting down with your wife, you know, you gotta make it hot. You gotta make it sizzling. You gotta make it sleaze. You know, it's your wife, you know? So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is I'm just not happy with the way PlayStation handled this thing, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, PlayStation could have made so much more money off of us. Because everybody would have bought in the PS5 Pro $999. We would have paid for it. We would have paid for it. And, you know, it would have given us more of a chance to get it. So, big thumbs down for Sony. It's kind of like how Call of Duty 6, you know, when you lose the match, the guy's like this, and then he goes like this. Like, that's so cool. Like, it's cool because that's how I feel about Sony. This was before the pre-orders went live. Okay, I was excited about it, and then afterwards, it just went like that. Just like that. And that's just, I'm gonna say it like that. Now today is Saturday. I'm going to work. Beautiful day to just stay home, but I work at a pretty decent place. Do I make as much money as I used to? Not as much, but you know what? I have more time at home. I have more time with my family, my wife. That's more important to me, you know? I don't need to be working 6 days a week so I could have one day off and look and feel like crap. That's how I was before. So now, you know, I'm trying to take care of my health. Guys, remember, I'm not in my 20s. I'm not in my 30s. I'm in my mid 40s. So I'll be 45 October 12th, and that's a high age. So I have to be really careful of my health because I don't know how long I'm going to live on this earth. But what I do know is that I'm going to keep my Stealth Dragon channel growing and growing and growing. And one day we're going to reach 5,000 subs. One day we're going to reach 10,000. It's just going to take a little time. But every single video that I make, I'm going to trash talk Sony at this point because I'm just very upset. And I'm, you know what? I don't know if I could blame Microsoft or I could say the reason why Sony is charging us so much is because Microsoft ain't doing nothing now. They're just sitting on the sidelines. Every game that they release is 30 FPS. We have to wait a year before 60 FPS comes in. What was the point of buying the Series X? Yes, there's some games that work really well on the Series X, but what was the point if Phil Spencer was promising so much and yet delivering so little? I mean, talk about false advertisement. Talk about just the propaganda, misinformation. I mean, come on. Like, that was the Game Awards. He came on the Game Awards like his shit didn't stink, and the whole Xbox Series X is going to blow PlayStation 5 out of the water. And look at it now. The PS5 is Pro is coming out, and you know, for the minimal amount of graphical fidelity the Pro is releasing, it's night and day difference from, I would say, a PC. When the new 5090 comes out, that thing is just gonna tear everything apart. But you're gonna have your loyal Sony fans that are gonna still stick with PlayStation because that's just the way it is. PlayStation has always had that motivation, that enthusiasm. They've always had that drive where people would just go to PlayStation just to play because you just power the system on. You got digital copy, you could buy a digital copy, you want physical. It's all easy. With a PC, you have to go through the shaders, you have to load up the updates and all that stuff. But once you're in, it looks fantastic. But I have yet to see my PC that I bought looking better when I'm playing Call of Duty on my 3080 than when I'm playing on my PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 just looks better when I'm gaming, and I was quite surprised because I thought maybe the PC would look better, it would run better, but there's still a lot of frame dips and drops, and I have a pretty powerful PC, so I will be selling that PC for my best offer would be $1,000, but $1,500 would be the highest I could probably sell it for. And yeah, we'll see what happens. And at the end of the day, you know, people are just not happy with paying a premium for something. They would rather try to rip you off and pay a lower price, and that's just the way it is. So for me to try to sell that PC at a high price, it's not going to happen. Those parts are no longer the value that they used to be, and that's the problem with PC. Is you buy a PC, you pay a lot of money for all the parts in the beginning, and then when you try to sell it, it's not worth what you paid for. It's like a car, you know. It's like, holy moly, you know. So I wanted to liquidate a lot of my stuff because I wanted the 30th anniversary. I was just going to stick with that. I was going to sell everything. But now Sony really turned me off. The way they handled everything. They just made me feel like I was trash. So I'm going to trash them. And, you know, I will still use the Sony product, but I'm not happy. It was very lame the way they handled everything. Very lame. And it's just really annoying that we have to live in this day and age dealing with this kind of like limited supply. I went to GameStop today, and I was told at GameStop that October 10th is going to be the pre-orders for the PlayStation 5 Pro. I could give them a down payment for the console, but they're only going to have like 4 to 6 consoles, so I have to be there like early in the morning, and I wonder who's going to be there. And it's like, I could just get the console right from PlayStation Direct, because no one's buying the PS5 Pro. So, you know, okay, one thing that really excited me was I think it was Digital Foundry. They said that what's going to be good about the PlayStation 5 Pro is you get awesome graphic modes for Gran Turismo 7. So imagine Gran Turismo 7 4K at 120 frames per second without the ray tracing. Because I don't really care about the ray tracing. I mean, that's a cool detail to look at, to see. But I'll take the 120 frames at 4K than the 120 frames I have right now at a lower resolution. You know what I mean? I'll take that at 4K because that shit will look dope as hell. And that's the thing with the Pro. You're just getting a little more, a little better, and I kind of want it. I don't want to lose out on it, but I don't think I'm going to lose out on it. If I buy it. If I don't, it's still going to be available. I don't think it's going to sell out. You know, the only thing that's selling out was the 30th anniversary. Why do I want to buy a 30th anniversary PlayStation 5? That makes no sense. It's like just sticking, yeah, it's going to be cool to have. It's a nostalgia, but I'm just not wasting my money on that. And then I got the same thing. I have a Spider-Man edition, the console. That looks better than any other console, to be honest with you. The Spider-Man edition, Spider-Man 2 edition that I have, it looks way better than any other console I have. And I haven't even opened it. I tried to sell it. The person that wanted to buy the PlayStation 5, you know, just emergency came in the family, and I respected that. I gave him a couple weeks to reconsider, you know, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. And I sold it for $500. I sold the Spider-Man 2 for $500. I was going to sell the Spider-Man Venom statue that I have for $100. And, you know, something came up on the day they were supposed to come pick it up. So, you know, just people have it really tough right now. And the reason why I still kept it at the $500 price is because it's not opened. It's not open. Why am I going to sell it for $450? No, I'm giving you $100 off. You either want it or you don't. You got the plates, you got the console. I did not lower it any lower because I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. When it comes to how I work for my stuff and I buy it, I still have the God of War PlayStation 5 that's not even open. I have 2 PlayStation 5s on top of my PlayStation 5, the launch model. And the launch model is very sentimental to me, just like the Series X, because at that time when we got those consoles, it was exciting. We thought we had something new, better. We played the games. We were awed by some of the introduction to the level of detail. When I played Warzone 2019 on the Xbox Series X, it was probably, in my opinion, a way better looking game than it was on the PlayStation 5. And from that moment on, I started wondering if Xbox was going to take the generation, because I thought Xbox really delivered in the beginning. But once their games started being delayed, once the 30 FPS was the norm, that really started frustrating me. That started discouraging me from investing in Xbox, because I knew that once they do this kind of stuff, and I noticed there was one game, Far Cry 6, looks amazing at 120 4K on the Series X. It looks amazing. But on the PS5, it's I don't know if it's exactly 4K at 60, but it's still nice. So with that being said, I got really discouraged. I got really discouraged with that whole concept of the PlayStation 5 over the Series X. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it's one of those things that it's just it's a preference, but the Series X, like, I won't get rid of my Series X for one game. Modern Warfare 2019 just looks and plays better on the Series X, so why would I get rid of that? It's just a great looking game, plays good, it's just a great looking game. All right, guys, so I wanted to say this: subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment. I want to hear your comments about what I think. Right now, Sony is not in the right mindset. Sean Layden should have still been there. I forgot the other guy's name. Ryan something. Jim Ryan. Is it Jim Ryan? Jim Ryan. You know, he has two names. Jim Ryan. Was it? Yeah, I think it was Jim Ryan. He was one of the reasons why the prices were going up on a lot of the things. They were trying to make money off of us. He was analyzing and spectating on Microsoft to see how they would handle things, and the way Microsoft handled things gave Jim Ryan more encouragement, and he became more ballsy to raise everything up. And now look at what we're dealing with. The moment Xbox Series X finally forfeited the console war, then Sony said, perfect, now we're going to charge the hell out of these stupid people that are buying into our product. Well, we're not stupid. We know Sony is a good product, but you know, to rip us off the way they did was shady in itself. So with that being said, I'm gonna say this: they could have done better. All right, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Subscribe. Love y'all. Appreciate it. And let's get this channel up to 3K. All right, guys. See ya.